So Elite Force is one of the largest names in airsoft pistols, and they recently acquired the Smith Wesson license. And with that, they came out with the M&P40 a few years back. What everyone's been waiting, the people that don't like Glocks or 1911s, is the full Smith Wesson 9 series. So today we're going to look at the full Smith Wesson 9 series by Elite Force, going through all the VFC pistols and then concluding with the KWC pistol. So first we're going to start out with the M&P9C. The M&P9C is based off the same gas system as the Glock, so like think of this as like a Glock 19, but Smith & Wesson's version. You get this nice compact kind of frame. You get this magazine right here that gives you a little bit of pinky protection, well, pinky grip right here. You have ambidextrous slide releases, so right here and right here. Your easy takedown lever right there. You have a nice cool look of just the classic M&P9 style. This is also a safety, by the way. That's why this trigger is like this two-stage trigger, just like the real one. With the Smith & Wesson line of VFC pistols, right now they only make green gas magazines. Now some of the Glocks take Glock, CO2, and green gas mags, but right now they're just keeping it with the green gas magazine. So that could be a downfall for some people playing in the cold. But this pistol is really nice, really compact, and will be compatible with the longer mags from the full M&P9 series. And looking at the full M&P9, it's just the big brother of the M&P9C. You can kind of see the kind of size differences here. Everything is the same. You have the same serrations on the side. You have the same ambi mag release here. You have the same type of mag, except this mag is a little bit longer and fits right in the base here. And where the pinky goes on this gun goes more so on the grip, whether on the M&P9C goes on the mag. Just as I mentioned earlier though, the M&P9C can use the regular M&P9 mag, although it looks kind of weird. So very interchangeable there. VFC has actually produced these before a few years back. So what they've done is they've took the old design that someone else had with VFC and improved on it and making sure that it passed its strict quality control. So you know you're going to get an awesome pistol from VFC and Elite Force. The last of the M&P9C is the M&P9 Performance Center. So what this is a regular M&P9 that is just souped up just a little bit. Now, the Performance Center has a few different distinct differences than the regular full-size M&P9. You have these raised front and rear sights. You have an RMR mount right here, so you can put a little optic right there. You still have the ambidextrous slide release here and here. One of the other differences, though, is you have this ported slide, so that makes makes it look a little bit cooler than the other ones. And is the exact same length. So you're going to be paying a little bit more for the Performance Center just for some of the other features over a regular M&P9. But if you're into looks and want to spend the extra money, then the Performance Center is the right way to go. So one of the last features we're going to look at all these VFC pistols is the rail space. And there is some rail space on the bottom of all these M&P pistols. So you can put a light, flashlight, laser underneath, so you don't have to worry about buying an additional accessory that you would have in some other pistols. So that's really cool as well. Now, besides these VFCs, Elite Force has a great relationship with KWC. KWC made their traditional 1911s for them, which are all CO2 based platforms. So they've done KWC Glocks, they've done KWC 1911s, they've done KWC M9s. So because they have the license, they decided to make a KWC Performance Center MP9L. So this is only going to be CO2. So all KWC pistols are only CO2. The CO2 is contained in the mag like most pistols. It's very similar to the regular Performance Center, except it's got a few distinct differences. One, you have the L, the longer slide. So you have one additional exhaust port. You have a silver barrel instead of a black barrel. You don't have an RMR mount like you do on the VFC version, so that's something different. The slide releases are a little bit different, whereas the KWC is more recessed than the VFC. VFC sticks out a little bit more, so that might get in the, the VFC might get in the way of your finger, whereas the KWC is kind of nice and tucked away. One of the other differences that you see here is a threaded barrel, so you don't have to worry about buying an external threaded barrel like you might have to with the VFC. You already get one with the KWC, so you can put a tracer on it, a mock suppressor, anything that you want. One of the last little things with the KWCs is all the Smith Wesson markings are very vibrant in silver, as you can see right there and right there. Whereas the VFCs, they're all just cut out. They're not actually accentuated, so you don't actually get to see the markings. So if you want to be bold and beautiful, KWC. The KWC also, because it is a CO2 pistol, is going to kick harder than any of these VFC pistols. Now, one of the things I didn't talk about before is all these pistols, like a real Smith & Wesson M&P9 series, has adjustable back straps. So whatever version you get, whether it be the KWC or any of the VFCs, they have removable back straps. On all of them, the medium back strap is applied. And what they'll do is they'll have a small back strap, so if you got smaller hands, or a larger back strap if you have larger hands. And it's pretty easy to take this out, you pull that out, put your new back strap in, and now you have a custom fit to your airsoft gun. It's something that a lot of airsoft pistols don't have, this adjustability, but it's something that Elite Force thought was important to include, just like the real ones, the real M&P9s in real life. So I'm out here shooting now because that's what you want to see. How do these things shoot? One of the benefits of a compact gun is it's small. One of the downfalls is you have less mag capacity. So let's shoot this Smith & Wesson M&P9C. All right, let's go see how it's shot. It's only about 15, 20 feet. Mind you, the hop up is not fully set, but not that bad of grouping. You know, can be a little better, but you're dealing with a short barrel and less FPS. When you have a shorter barrel, you're gonna get less feet per second. Let's go check out the M&P9. All right, so this is the M&P9 full size, so you get a larger mag, higher FPS. All right, and since we're at it, let's check out the M&P9 Performance Center. Let's see if it lives up to its name as performancing, and does it hit the center? So both the M&P9 and the M&P9 Performance Center are very similar. I actually don't know if there's any difference internally. I don't think so. I think it's just the looks. But we're gonna put these down and see how they shot next to each other. So, pretty decent grouping at 15 feet. This is from the regular M&P9. This is the M&P9 Performance Center. I just shot this one in the center because I thought it would match that. But ultimately, pretty close. Even with the M&P9C, you get pretty close grouping. So really no performance difference, except these two are gonna have a higher feet per second, whereas the C did not, and that's why you see some dimpling here, and you see the full shots going through with the normal M&P9s. But we have one final one left, the KWC Performance Center MP9L. Is that right? L. All right, so we have the Performance Center M&P9L threaded barrel. Ooh, that's got a shorter stroke, okay. This will probably kick more. Oh yeah, that kicks a lot more. It's also snappier than the VFC. Interesting. Snappier than the VFC, kicks harder. How does it shoot? Pretty similarly in the range. We got a flyer here, but that just shocked me. So actually it's maybe a teeny bit tighter grouping. So maybe the longer barrel helps with the accuracy in this case. But that definitely kicked a lot more and was able to shoot a lot faster. All right, so we also noticed too that there's this external safety on the KWC too. You have fire and safe. And I think when the hammer is back, you can put it on safe and now it doesn't shoot. Now shoots like that. So something a little bit different with the KWC, but it definitely shocks you a little bit more than the others. So as you see, Elite Force and VFC are awesome together. Same thing with KWC and Elite Force. They produce some really awesome quality pistols, and this is their whole new M&P9 series. Hopefully throughout this entire review, you saw all the different differences between them all, as well as the benefits and the not so good benefits of each. The great news is that at Mir Tactical, we carry all the latest products, including all 4 of these M&P9s from Elite Force. So make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.